I don't know if you could actually see me or not, but hopefully you can. So I just got a few things that I want to talk about. With this whole Kyrie Irving flat earth thing, I'm starting to see a lot of people instantly start claiming, oh, he's a part of the system. Listen, yes, he has an all-seeing eye tattoo. He has all these symbolic tattoos. That is not the point. The point is that the message is actually being spread. It's actually being talked about. That is the foundation of this whole issue. The fact that flat earth is being mentioned mainstream, that it's being put in the subconscious. Maybe that's what the elite wanted. Maybe that's exactly what they wanted. They wanted this to be let out slowly, because it's getting to the point where enough people are waking up that it's better for them to let it out, I guess, than for it to continue in the way we've been pushing it and promoting it. It's gotten so much attention, negative and positive, and that's the most important thing, that a lot of good has come from this. I know there's a lot of new people looking into this, especially with the whole Kyrie thing. So for you guys, I want you guys to understand something. A lot of you guys don't understand the model, so right away you want to tear it down. You've never looked into it, and it probably was easier 2 years ago for some of us, even though I don't want to take away from, you know, a lot of us did a lot of research. It took me 6 to 7 months before I could actually come to say it out loud to myself, like, wow, I think the earth is flat. It took me a long time. There wasn't as much information, and maybe that's part of the reason why it was easier for some of us, because the information that was there had a lot of truth backed up to it. There wasn't as many shills. Now there's these shill channels that are there, planted by the government most likely, to try to debunk flat earth. Nobody cared when certain people were making videos about this. Nobody cared. It was a stupid thing. If it was so stupid, right, why then would you take the time to create a channel trying to debunk something that's stupid? Why? They defend it and they try to debunk it, not because they think they're doing something good, but because they know it's going to ruin their reality. That's the truth. If this was so dumb and ridiculous, why even make a channel that's going to try to debunk something that makes no sense? Because they know it's true. That's why. And they're sitting there probably getting paid to do these things. And that's the sad part. Most of the people who go looking into it and run across one of these channels don't realize they're there to deceive you, to keep you in that state of mind that you're in right now, which is not knowing the truth, because they're taking it away from you. It's time to really wake up. Understand the model. Now, I say that not saying that we have this perfect model, because listen, this is something that it's been 2 years worth of research. Okay, we're doing our best trying to find out the truth. But what we know is it's not a globe. And if it does not spin, how do you account for gravity? Think about that. That's why we come up with these things, because it does not exist on a flat plane. It does not exist. A stationary flat plane does not hold gravity. It does not need it. Gravity has never been proven. It's only a theory which they had to come up with to explain so much of the things that they had to make up. This is all information you can look up, okay? It's the same thing. Again, I go back to the model. Yeah, some people don't like the AE model. I like the AE model. Is it perfect? No. Yeah, some of the land masses might be closer, might be further away, might be smaller, might be larger. We don't know. We're doing the best with what we can and what we have. So hopefully I can get through some of you guys, especially some of the new people, because I could see that you guys, there's a ton of amazing video, amazing flat earth content creators, but there's a lot of bad content creators, and they're there for a reason. They've been placed there to confuse people. You got to remember that we're dealing with people who are constantly lying to us. So yeah, there have been shills, there have been agents placed in this movement to make our movement look dumb. Just because we don't know the exact shape, what we do know is when we say it's round or a circle, right? Round does not mean a ball. Circle does not mean a ball, okay? It just means circle. A flat disc is a circle, okay? With the Antarctic being the ring, the wall of ice that holds all the water together. I mean, all this information's there. Okay, a lot of great research has been done into it. So you got to look at this stuff. Understand the model, understand the AE map goes a long way into getting this information out in the correct manner. Again, I'm not saying that is the 100% proof, but it's a really good starting point for understanding what the model looks like. Circumnavigating, okay, the argument of circumnavigating is the same way on a flat disc that you just go. And the thing is, you're not going in circles like this, okay? You're going from point A to point B to point C. That's how it works. That's all you're doing. That's circumnavigating. You circumnavigate your neighborhood. Does that mean you're on a ball? No, it just means you went around your block. You didn't necessarily go in a circle. You went from point A to point B. There's certain things you guys got to remember. It's some of this stuff we don't think about, but when you actually start putting thought into it, you can see how much sense it makes. Understanding the model is really big. It's really important for us to get across to the new people, because that's a lot of the stuff that holds a lot of people back, not understanding the model. I mean, I still get comments, well, if the earth was flat, the sun would, everything would be lit up by the sun. That's if your sun is as big as they say it is, which is not. It's not. Your sun is not 93 million miles away, man. It's not. It's very close, a lot smaller, not so high up, okay? Again, that's all part of understanding the flat earth model. And they've done a great job hiding that from you, from us. But it's time to start waking up and doing some real research. Okay, there's some great channels doing great work on this stuff. But it's okay. So I had this guy reach out to me on Facebook wanting some dialogue. Just keep asking me the same question. Oh, I want to know what makes you believe the flat earth. I said, well, for one, there's no measurable curvature. Here's a link. Boom, give him a link. Then he comes to me and says, oh, that is not necessarily true. The funny thing is, everything he asked me and told me why he doesn't necessarily believe it is because the same things that Neil deGrasse Tyson would say. And it's like, dude, you're not using your mind. You're just repeating what you've heard. Here is a video where they do a laser test on a frozen lake. Boom, link here. I sent him the link. He still wants to defute it. And then it gets to the point where I don't answer him for a while, and he's like, oh, I guess the conversation ended. You don't want to prove that you live. And I'm like, I don't have nothing to prove to you. Why do I have to prove it to you? It's up to each individual to do his own research. I'm not there to hold your hand, especially what it seems like is that you just want to buy and distract me from doing actual work because you're not being sincere. This is the kind of people who I think are sent here to do that to individuals who are actually making waves into this movement, actually making good research, doing videos that actually account for something. So they sneak them in. I was trying to answer some of his questions to be nice and try to start dialogue with the guy, but it was evidence after a while that the guy wasn't really intending to learn anything. He had his mind made up. He just wanted to waste my time. Because no matter what I said to him, it doesn't matter. And I told him, listen, my man, here's some great videos. Here's a history from Eric Dubé. Here's a video from ODD. Here's a video here and there. It explains a lot of questions you have, okay? It doesn't matter what I gave him, what I showed him, what information I spit out. It was not good enough. And then he was acting like it was up to me to prove it. I don't have to prove anything. I've proved it to myself. I don't have to go. That's why I make videos. You want me to prove it to you? Watch my videos. That's the research I've come across. That's the research I've been doing. Those are the things that you need to understand. So, in all this, I'm going to close by saying, guys, it's really important to understand the model. Very important to do that. If you don't understand the model, really, you're going to have a hard time with understanding truth. So understand the model. Okay, understand the way the sun, moon works. Very close. It's a close sun, close moon. Inside a firmament. If you want to believe we have firmament. Listen, I'm a Christian. I'm a Bible-believing Christian. You know, I go by the scriptures. Okay, I'm not here to preach at you, but that's the model that I'm gonna go. The firmament. There's just a lot of evidence that you would have to ignore not to go in that route. But if you want to be infinite planar, just know, listen, I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm not. The fact that you know it's not a globe, that's the first start. That's one of the most important things. So, understanding our model before you go and criticize it. Hopefully the video's not too dark. Hopefully it doesn't matter. Hopefully you understand what I was trying to get across. Guys, like the video if you want, dislike it if you want. Leave a comment down below. Let's have a dialogue here, but an intelligent one. I don't need people that want to just diss us and hit and run type stuff. I don't need that on my channel. I just want to have a real dialogue with real people who are honest and humble. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you around.